that they won't teach in the book, that we can use two nuts to use as a stud remover to get things out. Okay? Any questions to this point? No?
Okay, guys. Let me introduce a little about the materials and about the different type of drill bits. We are going to use. We are going to repair threads a lot of time, no, Danny?
Yeah.
All the time in the engines, especially in marine application, because everything is corroded. And when you try to remove one part, 100% sure one of the bolts will be broken. That's the reason why when I start in this business, I prefer continue with the inboards because the outboards is a mixture of aluminum case with the stainless steel bolts, and all the time that you try to remove the lower units or one bolt is broken, no?
Yeah.
And this is a problem. No?
It's money for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad for the consumer.
But you spend a lot of time removing the bolt, removing the part, recovering. In some cases, it's not possible, no?
No, sometimes you have to, sometimes they strip out. As you take the bolt out, it may take the threads with it. And then you have to HeliCoil.
Yeah.
The thing is every time you, I'm telling you, every time you take something apart, you should put grease on the threads. Just always assume that that bolt's gonna come back to you. If you do that, then every time that bolt does come back to you, it's gonna come apart.
Yeah, yeah.
And use a good wrench the first time.
Yeah.
Because you use an open-end wrench rather than a 12-point or
6-point box.
on the nut. If you don't do it the first time, you use a cheap wrench or whatever, you round it off, and then you're double screwed. You know, so just do it right the first time. Squirt it with some penetrating oil and use a good wrench.
Yeah.
The first time.
And
Don't say, well, this is the only thing I got. And go get another wrench.
And too much patience. In this business, go slow, slow, slow. You go fast, you destroy everything.
Usually how it works is either the first bolt or the last bolt breaks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it goes.
With one bolt broken,
Positive.
finito, finito.
And you're gonna, like I said, probably the next class, you guys will get the torch out so you guys understand the torch. So like for instance, this thing here, if it's frozen, you know, especially that it's cold out right now, it's gonna be hard to get this out. So then you would heat inside here. You actually, whoever's doing this, you may need the heat. So this group might need to use the heat for this one to get the studs out. Okay? So if you know that it's gonna break or you figure it's gonna break, use heat. Heat, spray penetrating fluid, be patient with it, go back to it, give it some more heat, and then attempt it. But if you feel like that you're trying to take this off and you feel like the bolt's twisting, not, when I say twisting, that the metal is twisting, stop. Because you're gonna break it, and then you're gonna create another problem. That extra little time that you take to heat it, put some penetrating fluid, and also when you're taking it out, you know, you're going back and forth. You're not just undoing it.
Slow, back
and forth, back. Because once you get it to move, you're gonna get it out.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it out. The thing is be patient, get it out. Go back and forth. Okay, I have to heat it some more. Because it might, while it's hot, it's moving, and then all of a sudden you're not putting heat, and it's starting to get stiffer. So okay, so that means you need to put some more heat on it. Put a more heat, spray some penetrating fluid, keep working. Then you just go like this. You start from here, and then the next thing you're here, and then you go all the way back, and you just work it. It takes time, because it might take you an extra 5 minutes to get that out compared to an hour of fixing that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's worth it. So you just be patient. That's it.
And other important thing is the materials. We are going to talk in the next chapter about the materials and why in marine application the majority of the problems are because who installed that element over there? Who did that bracket? That bracket is in steel, regular steel. Regular steel is good in your boat? No. Regular steel in 2 weeks will be corroded and the fiberglass will be affected. The fiberglass will be corroded also. What is the color of the fiberglass when the fiberglass is corroded? It's oxidized. It's like a yellow, no? And it's delaminated. It's easy. Yes, you can destroy the fiberglass, if you use bolts, regular bolts, how you know if this bolt is not marine grade? With the magnet. This is marine grade? No, it's corroded. It's corroded. If you put the magnet, it's not marine grade, okay? When you remove a bolt and you know that the thread is not good, you need to repair the thread. Be careful with this, my friend. This is a bolt. And what is this? This is a screw, no? And this is a bolt. What is the difference between this and this? Excuse me?
The point?
No, okay, the point. But this is for metal, no?
Yeah.
And this is for
Fiberglass.
fiber, wood, plastic, no? For composite material. Can I use this element in metal?
No.
Okay. If not, why the majority of the people remove this and replace for one of these with this thread? This is possible. This one was installed in a piece of metal. You can install that one in the metal, but we found it people that replace those bolts with this.
Because you really can't see it until you take it out. But anything that whatever was holding that was supposed to hold to, with vibration is going to come out.
Yeah. Normally those bolts are used on the motor mounts. The motor mount should be properly tight. If not, the boat will be disaligned and you have disalignment. All right. Select the material is the most important. Okay, I want to repair this thread. Okay, I need verify what is the first step when you want to repair a thread. Verify what? My thread is metric or standard. That's the number one. Yeah? If it's metric or if it's standard. This is the step to repair and to do threads. This element, what is the name of this?
Tap.
Tap. And the tap is used to make a thread in a hole. With the tap, I make a thread in the hole. All right? With the tap, I repair the thread for one bolt. Yes or not? Okay. Oh yeah. And with the die, I repair the thread of the bolt. With this. The secret is, number one, identify the diameter. What is the diameter of this bolt? Okay, it's this diameter. Remember that in metric and standard, this is the nomenclature. In metric, you remember? There are three numbers. The first one is the length of the boat. You see the videos? This is the length in millimeter. The second one, the pitch. And the last one, the diameter. In millimeters. For example, this is 2.5 and the pitch in millimeter. How is the pitch? What is the meaning of pitch in millimeters?
The distance traveled per revolution.
Excuse me?
The distance traveled per
The
revolution.
distance in between two threads. No? The distance in between two threads is 1.0. 1 millimeter in between two threads. And this is the diameter. 0.7, something like this. This is in metric. What about in standard? In standard is the same, three numbers. The first number is the length in inches. It's 2.5 inches. This one is the number of threads per inch. That's different. It's the number of threads standard. In all the sets, you have one set of gauge to verify the thread in metric and other one in standard. Yeah?